All right, let's kick this shit.
You hit it off with the bumper, now it's straight.
We're back at Straight Down the Middle. My name is Zach. This over here is the lovely, wonderful Greg Bone.
Hey.
We haven't done a review in a while. I think it was, what did we do last, Jaws?
Jaws. That's been that long.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. What are we going to review this time?
Oh, I don't know. What are we going to review?
It's a Chicago gaming company. Well, I guess Play Mechanix.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
We make those score reels spin all night, that we be singing our song.
Do you know who designed this game, Greg?
Mr. Mark Ritchie.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh man, that guy was awesome.
I love
wasn't he?
Mark.
We went up and did the featurette for this. And that was so much fun.
That was one of our best filming that I've ever
so
been on.
much
Because
fun.
those guys were they're authentic. They
were real.
No shits about nothing.
Did you guys know that this project really was kind of a passion project where I think Quentin Tarantino came to them and said, hey, I want an arcade. So he went to Play Mechanix. Play Mechanix is like where all thrills Play Mechanix. Went to them and said, hey, I want a Pulp Fiction arcade game, a real retro arcade. And they said, I don't even know how that would look. And they were like, what about a pinball machine? Because they had Mark Ritchie there as a designer of arcade games. And I mean, Mark Ritchie's Indiana Jones, Fish Tales, Taxi, like some great stuff. And Tarantino said, I think that would be awesome, but it's got to be like retro. I don't want this new LCD screen, like upper flip or upper plate. I don't want any of that. I want it to look like it came out of the 70s. And they said, we can do that.
Yes.
So that's how it, but it was kind of a passion project because it wasn't a guarantee that they were going to do this game.
Exactly.
So yeah, they do arcade stuff. This was after hours, like Josh Sharp, George Petro, Mark Ritchie. They all kind of were just building this thing thinking, then the arcade god, Eugene Jarvis himself, owns, operates Raw Thrills, all that. They pitched it to him and it was good. So this is a a passion project.
Yeah. And more detail, we did the featurette, like we said. You guys kind of want to get the behind the scenes of them talking about it. Yeah.
How they got the music.
Yes. The art, dealing with Quentin Tarantino, the things he was looking at, kind of what Zach had touched on. Yeah. Go check that out in detail because it's well worth the information.
Yeah. So we've got George Petro on some of the programming stuff. Josh Sharp helping with some of the rules. Mark Ritchie on design. Scott Pulowski, I believe, on artwork. And then music. Not only did they get five of the songs, I think, which I believe were just as expensive as the license itself. But they've got the best, arguably the best sound guy in all of pinball, David Thiel. Like, just so much going on behind this. Nobody even saw this damn thing coming.
And you just think about like look at the look at the unknowns that you are coming back and you're releasing a truly retro style game. You're doing a kind of a Volker movie.
Oh, kind of.
You're doing single level.
This is a Tarantino, man.
No
ramps.
Look at all.
No LCD screen to show you the movie clips.
And that's the thing.
Alphanumeric.
Yes. Because even when we went in there, we were like...
Yeah, they were asked us, do you guys think this is going to work? And we were like, oh boy, this is a big risk.
But
ultimately we said...
Yes.
Because it's what you've done, I think this is going to work great.
It was so beautiful.
But man, if you missed on any of these things, you were going to be in trouble.
But guess what? They didn't miss. They did not miss.
It is a certified hit.
It is.
They have sold a ton of these things. As of this recording, they're still shipping out the LE models. It's taken a couple of years for it. So Chicago Gaming Company is who's building it for them. Even the topper and stuff. So for the purposes of this review, we're going to be reviewing the LE model or the Bad Mother Flipper. I'm just picturing Mark Ritchie.
Oh my God.
So let's jump into it. For these people who may or may not know how we review things, you get a lot of media out there to just review stuff and they say, it's good, it's not good. I like this. No. We try to put numbers to it. We put letters to it.
We back it up.
We try to, and a lot of you guys get frustrated with it, but that's okay. That's okay. We try to go through each different category. That is art, shots, layouts, rules and code, toys and innovation, music and callouts, display and animation.
Oh!
This will be interesting. A theme in general, enjoyability. So we grade each and every one on a rubric. On like a GPA scale.
And we tell you why. We just don't give you a number. We just don't give you a letter grade.
then-
We tell you why.
And then cumulatively, we put it all together and we give you.
Good word.
I know.
It's hard to say sometimes.
Let's jump into art. This is a first-time pinball artist.
Yes.
He's an arcade artist,
Yes.
graphic designer.
Yes.
How do you feel about the artwork? I thought it very much fit with the project.
Yeah.
We're both the same. We're a B.
Okay.
We gave him a B. This is no A work.
No.
The cabinet's an A work. The cabinet's A.
But I won't put it on him. It's not like that he did bad
Why
on
not? I'd put it on him. He's the one that drew the damn thing.
No, but it has a particular style to it. I'm not saying I don't think that it was necessarily like his art style. It was just the particular style that this machine needed. Because you didn't want to do something like Franchi did with the Beatles to where it was too polished.
Okay.
You needed it to be a little gritty. You needed it to have that
But to also look like
that
the old
feel.
70s, 80s
Exactly.
artwork.
Yes.
I remember them saying that Tarantino pushed back when they originally were doing the back glass. He was trying to mock the poster
Yes.
of her on
Yeah.
the back, and Tarantino said, "Fuck no,
No, it needs to be full
He said,
retro.
He said,
Yes.
you do this like it shouldn't. It should look like it came from the 70s,
Exactly.
and just the theme of Pulp Fiction. It shouldn't be just the movie."
I agree.
And Tarantino said, "No, like if you can't do this, I'll get my own guy to do this."
Yeah.
But they said, "I want it to look like a pinball machine from the 70s."
Yes.
Like if it's sitting in a lineup, you wouldn't notice it unless you looked and was like, "Oh, that's the world of Pulp Fiction there."
Yeah.
So then they redid it and they made it look like Strikes and Spares,
Yeah.
or like just the beauty of like Fathom,
Yes.
Greg Frères kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. And then so he had to approve it. But like the playfield for me is where it misses.
Yeah, they're very kind of clay looking figures.
Look like Lethal Weapon 3.
Very much Lethal Weapon 3
That-
style.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
The back glass is a B. Cabinet's an A.
Yes.
And the playfield's a C. So
I can see that.
You put it
Yeah.
all together, it's a B.
Yeah, but it's cohesive. It still looks good. It looks good. Like it's just, if you really break it down and that's what you're paying attention to, that's why we had to give it a B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cabinet art though is
Oh, it's freaking amazing.
that
It's
looks
so
like
sick.
it looks stenciled.
Yeah, it's so.
That's
nice.
an A plus.
It
That
is.
an A plus.
It's so sick.
But that's a B. All right, shots and layout.
Yeah.
This thing it's like a 70s single level. Like
It is.
I mean,
But I mean, you got inline drop targets.
you do have
You
that.
got multiple sets of drop targets.
You got orbit. You got
You got 2 physical ball locks.
Subway, yeah, 2 physical ball locks, subway.
Yeah.
You got a magnet. So
Yes.
but it's very symmetrical, which
It
I
is.
kind of knock it off a little,
Yeah.
a little bit. 3 pop cluster, pretty
Yeah.
normal. It's
But again, you don't want to
standard.
deviate. You need to keep that standard for that feel. You don't want to deviate too much.
You liked it a little bit. You're a B plus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna B.
Yeah,
I think it's good. It's good.
it's good.
It's
It
good.
feels good. It feels good.
Feels good.
Feels good.
It feels like
That's what
a
matters. Feels good.
classic pinball machine.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
But some
nothing
classics
special.
were turds and didn't shoot that great.
That's the
So-
C's or D's.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just solid.
Feels good. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Feels good.
Feels good. Okay.
So
What
does it.
about rules and code? Where were you
I was
going?
taking it to
I bet you
I was
were.
going to take it to the extreme.
Get the Narcan.
It automatically
What are
popped
you
in my
doing
head
there?
and said, "You know what? That's inappropriate for television."
You're like, I better not.
Yeah.
I better not.
Caught myself.
You're going to have to edit that one out.
Caught myself.
Everybody else is like, come on, Greg. You got to come on. Get it out, bud.
This one would have made. This one would have.
Make
This
me
would
blush?
have. Yeah, it would have. You'd have been like, "Oh hell."
Ooh, oh, Lord. Rules and code. This is where this game shines, I think. What? No.
No, I was still
Oh,
thinking
shit.
about
You're
it.
still thinking about it. I could eat a peach. No.
It's way worse than that.
Oh, my God. D&D.
It's probably worse than that.
Rules and code, I am at straight up. We're both at A minuses.
Yeah.
It's good
Dude,
rules.
it's cool.
Because it's like, it takes, what I don't like about classic games is that it lacks all the stuff that I like in code and rules. Like,
Yes.
I like modes. I like moments. I like completions, and you get a little payoff whenever you
Exactly.
complete something. I like multi-balls. I like that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Where classic 70s, 80s games don't have
it's
that.
just
I have a
points.
multi-ball, but
Yeah.
you're chasing points.
Yes.
That's all you're doing.
But this one right here, you got points, you got the modes, you got multiple modes, and just the depth
A
to
lot
get
of,
through everything, to get through the characters, to get through, you know, just
it's tasks.
the
It's not just the
scenes.
modes. You got to get through the
Yes.
modes. You got to get through the. It feels like okay. So the rule set feels very 90s Bally Williams.
Yes.
that's what it feels like. Why am I
Which
doing?
I love.
Why am I trumping?
I
it, right?
love.
Hey, look, here it is. It's 90s. Yeah, and I I like the Attack from Mars. Like,
I do too.
Sure, you get through all the modes, but then you also have to get through the multi, and you also have to get a 5-way combo, and you also. So
and it's not linear. I mean, you can pick which path you want to go to how you want to achieve.
You want to start this multi-ball and try to get that jackpot, or you want to do the briefcase boogie multi?
It's just a game that's going to keep you busy. That rule set's going to keep you busy, and trying to get to divine intervention is just going to be. I mean, you are just going to play the hell out of it.
I'm not even
trying to get there.
I can see it in the distance, but
that's the fun,
man.
Because I mean, we're not the best players, but we're not bad.
We're not bad players.
So that's what's nice. Is like I like a game to where that when you can, it's there.
Oh yeah,
you know you can obtain
it's a tickle,
but you're not going to get there the first week.
I do like that for the competitive players, it's got all the bullshit that I don't really care about, where it's like
multipliers,
the bonus holdover, and it's a risk reward. You can try to cash them out and all that bullshit. I don't.
It's got a lot going on.
I just want to go through the. I like the modes and how they're choreographed to the scenes of the film.
Yeah.
Like the twist contest.
Yeah.
Like all the the music, or like the start of Pawn Shop. And then you hear the gimp in the background.
Let's see, dude. It's everything's integrated.
All the way up to like one of my favorite moments on the whole game. Honestly, in all of the last 5-10 years, it's one of the greatest moments in pinball is when you get through all the modes, Greg, and then you activate the shot.
Oh,
the shot or the Narcan, and then you gotta like get Uma Thurman.
Yeah,
but the whole game
hear that heartbeat,
boom, boom, and you hear. I think it's Son of a Preacher Man fade in the background, almost as if you're Uma Thurman and you're kind of, or Kitty or whatever her name is, and you're kind of in and out of it, the lights dimming and stuff on the playfield. It's like you're losing consciousness.
Yes.
But you've got to do it in a certain amount of time or you will die from an overdose of heroin. Like, that's what happened.
It's one of those things that we argue with.
It's so cool.
With like Mexican innovation, and how we say, oh, we need new toys. We want all this new stuff.
We need moments like
the way that they created moments in this game is something that so much of pinball lacks. That's the thing that I don't care if you're not a big single level fan, like you're not a big Pulp Fiction fan, man, what they were able to do with this game is
the integration
insane.
Yeah, to integrate
and simplicity.
So much.
You just didn't need a bunch of toys. You didn't need an LCD screen.
You have to hit on other things.
You did it with, that's how, like I've always argued about what kills Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Vault, the call-up. This is the opposite. Like to be able to take a game with no LCD, very few actual toys, single level, and you create an immersion.
Light shows, call-outs, music. Oh, you get all of that.
You're taking different senses.
We're geeking out because we do like this game.
Oh, yeah.
This is a really, really good game. For those who can put themselves in a classic gameplay, because don't come up to this thinking you're going to be playing a modern, high-tech, JJP. It's not that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't want to be that.
No. And it should not be that.
No. And we're thankful it's not that.
Yes.
So the only reason I've bumped it down from an A or A plus to an A minus is they're so traditional with their rules that you can't stack modes on multi-balls.
Yes.
That's very 90s.
Yes.
And I see why they did it.
Yes.
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to.
I'm mixed. I have room for each. There's some things I like that to be able to do, especially if it's a very brutal game. And it's a brutal game. It's fast.
And that's the other thing. Like it's mean to where like if you're trying to get all the characters for Cast Chaos, if you're collecting characters, it blocks you off from starting a mode. So it's like, no, you got to clear that character first.
Yes.
And then
and it does get frustrating.
It does.
It
like,
is. Again,
can I just collect it all?
Yep. I see why, but it can be frustrating.
But it's on purpose.
Yes.
And I can't argue against it. I just don't like it. Toys and innovation. You're lower on this. You're a B minus. You don't see it. I see it. I'm an A minus. Let's hear your argument because I think
I don't, because I'm looking at it like, to me, it's going to come down to what you do, and I still, there can be an argument back and forth with drop targets. The inline drop targets, is it really a toy? Is it shots?
It's a mech.
Where are you at? So I mean, I take it as a toy, and inline drop targets are fine. But to me, the only real toy in this is going to be the spinning briefcase.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's
honestly one of the coolest things I've seen.
It
is. But then other than that, it's all sculpts.
Sculpted Travolta.
Yeah, but it's just all sculpts.
Samuel.
But it's all sculpts.
Oh,
it's all sculpts. It's still sculpts.
His ass.
It's just sculpts. Like it's still so like it's beautiful and it's cool, but there's not
Cheeseburger.
there's not a lot going on.
The pawn shop's kind of weird looking, but
But tell me what's really going on.
I mean, it is a lot of sculpts.
Yeah.
A magnet. You get a magnet. Up
See what
those
I'm saying?
spinners.
I might need to throw it down lower. I might need to go lower.
Oh, I feel. And the Vuck. The Vuck is cool.
It's still a buck.
Physical
It's
ball
not
lock.
got a lot of
It's
toys.
got mechs.
And it's not really much innovation.
Pop up or cluster.
But see, pop over.
I'm stretching.
I know you are.
The wallet. You
But
get a wallet.
hey, listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you though. It doesn't need any of that. It
Okay.
does not need a bunch of toys. It doesn't need a bunch of the sculpts.
You know
fill
why?
it out and it looks good.
You know
don't
why
need that
A
other
minus for me? Because I do need the topper. That topper.
stuff. You're throwing the top.
Well, you know.
Woo!
Well, I'm reaching. But hey, you know what? That's one of the greatest toppers ever made in all pinball.
Hey, it really is, dude.
And I like whenever the characters talk, like they'll turn
yeah.
and
To
light
each
up.
other, and the fact that they
Cars
dance at
and
each
they
other.
dance.
Dude, it
and
is
the,
cool.
the rabbit or
Yeah.
whatever the place is called
Yeah.
with the neon.
Yes, it's beautiful. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And we are reviewing that.
I don't know if people saw on Flipping Out Pinball's social media, I shared an Easter egg, a hidden
yes.
feature.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
was
the
cool.
Mortal Kombat, if you do a certain code
Yeah.
on the flippers, you get the whole Ezekiel, Samuel L. Jackson with choreographed light.
It's really neat. Check it out. You really do need to check it out. It's
So I'm at an A minus on toys and innovation. Innovation's the other part. Because I do think this is innovative, or however the Australians say it, innovative, but they say it in a fancy way. It's innovative for its time. Like, yeah.
I don't disagree. I don't.
All right. Maybe the best category in this whole game is music and callouts.
By far.
Fucking A plus.
By far.
I mean, this is one of the
By far.
greatest callouts packages
Yes.
of all of pinball because they have every stem
Yes.
from the film. They can,
Yeah.
and it will make you blush. Like
Yes.
they put on nearly everything.
And you can do
do family mode.
a family mode. So for those who are a little concerned and say, hey, I don't know if I can bring this into my house, while it's still Pulp Fiction, you
Yeah.
can put it on a family mode.
That's
so
cool.
don't be discouraged.
It'll eliminate some of the callouts as well as beep out some of the callouts.
Yes.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, some things you just can't remove.
Oh my gosh. It's like Rick and Morty level of smiling every time I'm playing that game.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Because it's all in there.
it is.
I mean, and it screams the whole time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it's not just Royale with cheese.
No.
I mean, it's everything.
Yes. Yeah, the assets that they got was just, I mean, that's another one of those things that just makes this game in an age to
They
where,
put the GIMP in there.
yeah.
They put the mumbles they put all of the things
so
leading
good.
up to that scene.
Yeah.
They
That's what I'm
put Bruce
saying.
Willis in there.
But that's
Christopher
what
Walken?
that's what it took.
Oh
That's
my.
that encompassing. That's what we're talking about like that's what makes this a
Say
winner.
what again? Like they put that in there.
You just feel.
I don't remember
you
asking
feel
you
that
a
movie.
goddamn thing.
You feel that movie,
Oh,
man.
man.
Oh, it's so good. I might have to leave here.
I'm
with one.
telling you, I
I might
know.
have to leave here with one.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn it.
What is- So the music and callouts. If you haven't played this game, you got to get your hands on an example
so
where you can hear it. It's nuts. Even the music. I mean, we're downplaying the music, but getting all of those licensed Miserloo.
And honestly,
I mean, son of a
just
preacher man.
all the sounds and everything
that
that David put into this, like they just don't think that you're just getting movie quotes and stuff that
gotta
are
go to
shouted
feature
out
it.
at you.
It'll explain to you how he balanced some of that.
Because it truly is, it's a work of art, and I mean, it's just compiled so well. So again, we're hyping up everything with the call outs and everything, but just don't think you're just getting random call out shout at. It's not that at all. Like it is one nice just piece of art that David created in the sounds and the sound effects and everything else.
Some of the criticism, I mean, this might interest people. Some of the criticism when this game came out was, man, some of the audio call-outs are muffled, like you can't hear them as clear. And like we've talked to David Thiel, he's like, yeah, because when Tarantino filmed that, he didn't do voiceovers or something in his film. He was in a car with a shotgun mic.
Yeah, and that's
recording
what you got
with
was the
window.
original.
Like, you can only isolate so much, so you're getting that sound. Like, that's all you can do. And he cleaned up sound. He said he spent so much time cleaning up the sound from the film. But he said, you know, you get, in most feature-length films, you get dub-overs, right? Voice dubs.
Yep.
In this, no. So that's, I mean, but I didn't ever notice it being, it just felt authentic to me.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Honestly, didn't either. It didn't ever stand out.
The next category is kind of weird because it's display and animation. And before, like D&D games and stuff like that, we wouldn't rate this.
Yeah.
But
This is an exception.
yeah, because anything going forward, we still need to rate what the UI is displaying to us and what they do with what they have.
Yes.
They have alphanumeric, but we're giving it an A because they do about the best you can with it. Like, they do little dances with the alphanumeric whenever it's in that mode. Or like when you're locking balls in the briefcase, it shows the briefcase numbered lock stuff, like sliding through. It's clever and it's cute.
It is. So that's why we had to add it, because it still is a display. So we don't want to, but because it was so quirky, and they didn't have to do that. They could have just left it the straight alphanumeric and been fine. But everything that they do
Certain
with
modes, it reads stuff to you.
So
like
it really does add something
works.
to the game.
It works as well as you would ever need it to work.
100%.
Yeah. So I gave him A's on that.
Yes.
It's kind of weird because you don't really do much with display and animation, but it's perfect there. Theme. Okay, so theme, you're an A minus.
Yeah.
And you're wrong. I don't know how that's not an A theme.
Listen,
it's an A theme to me.
It's a fantastic movie. I love Tarantino.
The greatest movie.
But it just wasn't like, when I throw it into like nostalgic realm of things like you would have with
Jurassic Park,
Jaws,
Star
Back to the
Wars.
Future, Star Wars, anything like that. That's why, because I reserve those A spots for those nostalgia themes that are just iconic. And one would say that this is iconic in a sense. But still, A minus is fair. It's fine.
I'll give it to you that if someone told me Pulp Fiction 10 years ago, I'd be like, oh, really? For a pinball machine?
Yeah.
And then if they said no LCD screen, I'm like, oh.
So what'd you give it?
I gave it an A.
So
because it's a great thing. Like, it is great.
So you throw it just a hair.
I think it's a masterpiece, cinema masterpiece. I think it has enough action and comedy that it fits perfectly for pinball. And I think the music and the dialogue that is used in the film is perfect for pinball. So
I don't disagree.
I think it's such a great theme, and it's Tarantino. It's John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, it's Bruce Willis. It's
amazing argument to be made.
Like, it's
100%.
It's great, and it's because of how they packaged it. Like, it's more integration, but it's a throwback. I like it.
No, I don't disagree.
Now, the only theme of Tarantino's that I think may work just as well, if not better, for pinball is Kill Bill.
Oh, Kill Bill would be. I think a lot of people would champion
But that would be modern pinball.
Yes. Yeah, you wouldn't
This
want to go back.
perfect for, I mean, you ain't going to make a Jackie Brown.
No.
Are you really going to do Inglourious Bastards?
No. That's a little...
Yeah, I don't get into that. But
you really don't want to go throwing swastikas on a game.
I wasn't going to go there, but
I'm just saying, my Glorious Bastards really wouldn't work.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I like that film.
Oh, I love Once Upon. Dude, that's one of my favorite
Leo,
movies.
baby.
I don't know if you really want to make that into that would be fucked up.
Yeah.
But I love that movie.
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs would probably work. That would have probably worked in an old.
But I think Pulp does better than Reservoir Dogs.
Agreed. Yeah.
I do.
Reservoir Dogs might have a larger following. I think Pulp works a little more, but I think that if you had a second,
Pulp's better.
It would be Reservoir Dogs.
Enjoyability. Holy shit, you're an A plus on enjoyability. You love playing this game.
Yeah.
It's just your style of game.
Yeah. Don't let listen.
They're listening, they're watching.
I didn't rate the toys and stuff the highest. Art's not the highest. Hey, listen, all those things can be a factor. I argue for that. But to me, just the number one thing to really freaking think about is enjoyability.
You enjoy playing.
And this game is fun.
A plus.
This game is fun.
I'm an A.
It's fun.
It's classic.
It
is a classic
fun.
style of game.
It's neat.
And so sometimes I'm not. It's an A. It's great. It's great.
It'll kick your ass sometimes. It's fast.
Any game that makes me smile after I've played it 50 times still.
Yep.
And it still challenges me.
This is the equivalent to me
love
of
to be
Deadpool, but on a little bit more.
Yeah. A lot, yeah.
A lot more adult.
Yeah, a lot more adult.
But it's that same thing, man. It just brings a smile to your face. It's like you said, you're just smiling when you play
I'm just thinking the call outs.
It's so good. It's so good.
$5 milkshake.
$5.
It's a good fucking milkshake.
I love it.
It's a good fucking milkshake. All right, so that's enjoyability. I'm an A, you're an A+. So cumulatively speaking, we put that all together. Hot damn, what do you know? We are at the classic SDTM B+.
Bam! In y'all's face.
For both of us.
Yep. We're back with what we do best.
You know, the only argument I would have is if we were other media and we were just giving it a grade without grading each individual, it feels like an A pin.
It does.
It really feels
and that's
like
why
an
I was
A
trying to give that to focus on the enjoyability.
Yeah.
Like focus on the other things. Like we always have to stress that in these reviews, especially for some of you guys who aren't accustomed to our reviews or you're just stumbling upon us. You know, things like art, things can bring some stuff down a little bit. Doesn't make it necessarily a horrible pin, but we're rating it, you know, subjectively.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does feel like an A pin. It feels like an A pin.
Feels like an AA minus pin.
Agreed.
But things bring it down for us.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe it is a B+ pin. Maybe that's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, overall, if you're
Until we
comparing
hear
to-
other people argue.
Yeah, but I mean, it feels great.
What do you guys think? Comment down below. Hit the like and subscribe button as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Ding his dong.
We're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers this year.
We need to.
Yeah.
You guys have to help us. 20,000
So
shouldn't be that hard.
hit that little ding.
Yeah, and it's free. It's not like you're paying anything. Damn, help us out. If you guys want to see more of this,
Yeah.
subscribe, follow, share this video. That helps out a lot too.
Tell your mailman. Tell your garbage man.
Yeah.
Tell your wife. Tell your animals. Create an account just for your animals to like and
You're gonna
subscribe.
massage another woman's feet, another man's wife's feet. All right? Well, how does that go?
I don't know,
You know
but
what
I
I'm
know
saying?
what you're talking
Yeah.
about. But I can't remember the
Can't
quote.
massage Maurice or whatever his name is. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
So you can't massage another man's wife's feet. I would.
That's true.
That's
too.
sensual.
Yeah, you cannot
can't
touch
do-
another man's
no,
feet.
No, come on.
No,
You can't touch
wife.
another man's.
You don't want to touch another man's feet or his wife's feet. You just keep your goddamn hands to yourself.
You got painted toes, like Caleb
Dude,
Williams.
painted toe. That's what you asked me too. You were like, "What are you doing on that, Caleb Williams?"
Oh, if you're wanting to buy a Pulp Fiction, you can still get them. You can still get them. Where can they get them at?
Flipping out
I thought
pinball.
you were going to say another deal. Flippingoutpinball.com.
Yeah.
Email Greg at flippingoutpinball.com or Zach at flippingoutpinball.com, and we will hook you the fuck up.
I really seriously might leave here with one.
I'm telling you, that game is so good. Wait till you play my LE.
Oh, and do you want me to know that's not the only effect? Because when locally you had sold one to a customer of ours who buys a lot of games, and his got set up, and actually had two local people that wrote me and was like, "Hey, what does this trade look like for
That's
Pulp
right.
Fiction?" After they saw Jeff get his, they were like, "Oh,
Man.
I'm wanting one now."
want
Yeah,
that.
that's sort of what it did to me too.
I had a customer who just came to the showroom. He came looking for a couple other games and left and texted me. He said, I'm going to look at that because I want a Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I get it.
Once you
It's built
see it,
well. It's
once
built
you
well,
see
too.
it will grab you. It will grab you.
It will grab.
Let it grab you.
You hit it off with the bumper knife straight down the middle again. You had a fling with a slingshot, you're rolling out the alley again.